Hello, hello, my lovely people. This is Brazilian Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. So I hope you're doing well. Happy New Year, by the way. 2026 is the year one. If you haven't heard of it, it's kind of like the new beginning. 2025 was like a 9 year. And yeah, we're starting anew from like the 9 last year. So yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty great year. And for that occasion, I want to do a reading for you to see what can you expect for your new year. What can you expect in the next month? And what I kind of want to do, each pile has like one card with a keyword on it, which kind of represents like the general energy of 2026 or like the goal. Shall I say, or like really yeah, let's say the keyword for 2026. And after that, we're gonna do a tarot reading, see what is gonna happen, like the important events. Also pre-shuffle some oracles that is going to represent, like, one is going to be for love situation, health, finances, and career. And we're gonna end off with a message from the universe that you can take as, why not, maybe a mantra for the year of 2026. So yeah, as usual, I was about to say as usual, but not as usual. We have 4 piles for today to choose from. So you can choose either by the image or the crystal. For pile 1, we have this one here, or the Astrophyllite. For pile 2, we have this image or the lace agate crystal. For pile 3, we have this image or the Lepidolite crystal. And for pile 4, we have this image and the Fluorite. Oof, I almost forget the name of my crystals. So I invite you to take a deep breath and choose the pile or the image or the crystal that you're the most attracted to. And I'm going to see you in the next piles. Hello, hello, lovely pile 1. If you choose this image or the Astrophyllite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're doing well. All right, so your keywords, first of all, for 2026, I was kind of like hiding the keywords with the crystal. I'm just going to put that aside. And for you, this is stillness. So sometimes we have, some people, right, can have like a hard time with stillness. They want to be like, always in action, and especially in like our society. It's always like to reach more, right? And the capitalism society, it's really about like always having more, and like the big house and the big boat and always more money and always. But sometimes we forget, like we're so focused on the future that we forget to focus on the present moment and like the gratitude, right? Some people are able to do, or able, sorry, to do it. Like, just being like, okay, like I'm grateful for this, like, just being grateful, or having like a place to stay, right, inside warm, or like having food on the table, right? So there's like those simple things that sometimes I don't want to say neglect, but like we take them for granted. So 2026, right, I feel for you guys is going to be like really inner work. I'm getting like a little bit of a temperance vibe, like going within, trying to find balance. You could be some people that were really really affected by 2025. 2025 was also the snake year, which is about shedding. So imagine like you shed all the I don't know, the identity or like the skin you had for the last 9 years. So I feel like for you guys especially, it has hit pretty hard. Interestingly, like there is like a frame, and it looks like snowflakes. So it could mean that you have important events in the winter time, or it could also be like about hibernate. Is that how what when animals, like, right, they stay in a place and they hibernate. I hope I have the good word for it. Tell me in the comments if it's not the right word, but some animals, right, when it's winter time, they tend to like stay inside and recharge, and so it could be something like that, I feel. And especially since it's a frame, I feel like for you, as I said, it's going to be a lot of inner work that is going to benefit you for 2027, perhaps. Also, this, oh gosh, what is the name in English? I think I should really take lessons in English, but this bird, right, this animal, I think it kind of represents love, or like a child, like a conceive a child. So if you want to have a child, or you could be expecting, I don't know, if love or like a child could be important for you in 2026. Let me see what else. I'm getting a lot of it, yeah, emotions. Like I see a lot of blue. I see a lot of like confronting your emotions to like being shown in the more mature way, like much emotional maturity, emotional intelligence for you in 2026. But there's like also some stars here, so I feel like this is really positive, and it could be some of you could have the need to practice some self-love in 2026. And you know, there's some things that you can control, and there's some people, some things that are shit. So the best you can do in that situation is giving like the best love and the best energy for yourself. So could be important for you in 2026. So let's start with the tarot reading here. As I said in the beginning, we're gonna start with the tarot reading, getting like the most important event in 2026 for you, see what is going on. And after that, we're gonna look at some oracles that are pushful with each team. I'm gonna come back to it later and finish up with a message from the universe. You always know if you have any additional question after this reading, or you just want a personalized experience, I do have my Etsy shop. It's going to be a link in the description box. So you know you're always welcome. Now, I'm gonna ask Spirit to please tune me into the energy of pile 1. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I don't remember if I said it in the beginning, but since like maybe for some of you, yeah, with the Four of Swords, yeah, right? Some of you maybe had like a shitty year in 2025, so I hope you're doing well. See, once again, the Four of Swords, wow, okay. Let's see what's gonna come back on the board. All right. So Spirit, what is gonna happen in 2026 for pile 1? Important events coming true for 2026 for pile 1. Okay, yeah, we have the Hierophant, learning lessons. Queen of Cups. Wow, King of Wands. Okay, you don't hesitate to ask for help. I feel like maybe a mentor. Doesn't have to be a mentor, but like could be like a family member of a friend. Could like help you in some way, in some aspect of your life. Justice in reverse. King of Cups. Okay. My God, those are like all... Wait. I think it's the first time that it's happening to me. So I'm gonna put that in reverse after that, but I don't know if you can see like all those characters are like sitting. They're like, I don't want to say lonely. Nah, they're alone, right? So I feel like this is like really self-work, like self-love, self-work, something you need to face alone. But there's something that you're gonna benefit from a mentor. Because why we have King here, we have Hierophant, like learning lessons. Some of you maybe are going back to school. But we're just gonna, as always, I'm gonna clarify each of them. So why the Hierophant? Yeah, 9 of Wands. Why the Queen of Cups? Why the King of Wands? 2 of Pentacles. Why the Justice in reverse? Why the King of Cups? Yeah. I know what's about to come. I love it. Okay. Queen of Swords, bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna tell you, I really love this energy for you. But if you expect to have like a 2026 when you like have those big plans and travel the world and like change career, maybe this is not the best year for you, because there's some inner work here that needs to happen. I keep coming back to like the inner work. I think you can see all my cards, so that is good. Okay, so the Hierophant, right? The keys are really like... I think it's the first time I like noticed them. The keys. And it's kind of like that, right? The key is kind of like a solution. It's kind of like, you know, the solution to open the doors. So there's really a process here. This is why I feel like maybe 2026, as I said, more stillness. And of course, if you don't feel like, oh, you know, you have like so many travels planned ahead and you're about to change careers and maybe this is not the right path for you, okay? Like, of course, you didn't know like the word, but like it really makes sense, this star reading with like the word that we have here. And the Hierophant is really about learning. It's about like the rules. It's about it could also be the one thing that is interesting with the Hierophant is sharing knowledge. You can see like how this character looks like a teacher, like they're teaching something to like students. With the Knight of Wands, especially in this tarot deck that I'm using, this is the After Tarot. It seems like it's about time you ask for help on that. So it could be like someone that, a friend or like someone you know that have already been through what you're going through right now. And they could be of great advice. It could also be like a mentor. I'm getting some of you want to acquire some soft skills or like new skills for your career. And for that, it could be a great idea to have a mentor. So I feel like really someone is going to be really important. Nine of Wands is about perseverance. It could also be putting your limits for those of you who need to like take charge of their emotions a little bit more. The Queen of Cups, right? You have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups, which are, you know, cups are about deep emotions. And sometimes a lot of people actually are like really like open to like help people and people are always coming before themselves. I think like this is one of the greatest challenge for you in 2026 is to learn to like give up that energy to yourself too, right? You have it's clarified by the Hermit. So this is what I feel. Your emotional side might be something you face alone, like to really give yourself some self-love, right? So I don't know if it's the message that is coming through because you have seek some professional help in the past and it didn't really help. Some of you could help, and if you feel like it, like take the message, and of course if you want to seek for professional help, it's always welcome. But like the Hermit also can be going within. And I love how this this character is like holding, let's say, a little cage with like a star that is shining in it, but like the star is like kept in. So I feel like you have been really putting your potential aside, and I feel like you have realizing it lately. So 2026 is about like how can you act like in a more strategic way, but at the same time embracing who you are. And Hermit is also about wisdom too, so. I'm getting also for some of you, maybe some of you have like a parental figure that is more difficult. I'm getting more like a maternal figure that is more difficult. And maybe there is a need to be putting healthy boundaries in 2026. And the boundaries are really coming true, especially with the Knight of Wands. It could be that too, like learning how to put healthy boundaries for ourselves. So like to not like being in burnout, right? Or being like stressed out, right? Like sometimes we get so empty because we're giving so much to people instead of ourselves. And we need to find like the balance in that. Which kind of like a little bit I love the King of Cups here. It seems like they're emptying a cup. The first message that I got with that is there's something like you can control. And at one point, like, you should be like, fuck this shit, I don't care. Right? Sorry, Zoom. But you know, like, there's something like that, it's out of your control. And I feel like 2026 is really going to be a year about like, that is beyond my control. Like, I'm doing the best I can. God damn it, you know, like, if they're not happy with it, well, I'm happy with what I did. So I think, yeah, this is really a year of like great lessons. Justice in reverse, by the way, can really represent like being manipulated. I feel like in your situation, it could be like, especially since it's clarified with the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles for me is kind of like the give and take. And with the Justice in reverse, I feel like you have giving a lot without receiving in return. And I love, you know, how the King of Cups and the Four of Swords came after. Like, for some of you, some people might have to be cut off of your life. Because like you're giving so much to them and they just take that for granted. Like at one point you're gonna ask yourself the question like, man, do I really deserve that? Like, so this could be like in love and friendship or like in family, right? And the King of Wands finally. So the King of Wands is entrepreneurship. I said earlier, like, I don't think this is a year for you to like start like big projects, but you could be planting seeds. And I love how the Three of Pentacles, it's about teamwork. So some of you might already have your company. You're gonna have like some great employees. I'm seeing a good teamwork in the aspect of your 2026. It could also, it's a great card for selling also, so it could be like a successful year in terms of your career and finances for 2026, right? So like, even though if this is like in your company or like in the same job, I'm seeing some success in here. Wait, what happened here? Okay, we are getting the Page of Pentacles, which is a little bit about studying, acquiring new skills, learning. And we have like the Four of Cups, which is like kind of like, oh, we're missing that opportunity. So pay attention to what, I feel like someone might tell you like, oh, you would benefit from like a training and that skill. And even if you're like, it doesn't really interest me, it could be like a great key for the future of your career. So yeah, I think 2026 is really for you about learning lessons, working on our inner self, providing more self-love for yourselves. Oh, we have the Queen of Swords, by the way, overall energy. Oh, look, the Three of Cups. So don't hesitate to accept the help in 2026. Like, you don't have to do all of this alone, right? And the Queen of Swords is a really intelligent energy. Acting for ourselves, acting for equity, being really critical, practical. So I don't know if you have like a job or like you're gonna be in a situation where you're gonna be asked a lot for your advice. And one message I'm hearing with that is don't hesitate to trust your inner power. But for that inner power to be upfront, there's some needs you need to do within yourself. As I said, self-love. And it could be also important. Sometimes when we have like big emotions coming through, it's just about taking this step back and be like, why? Why do I have these emotions? And sometimes like writing it, like maybe a journal could be interesting in you. I feel like this is really going to be a year of like self-reflection for you. And taking the lessons, like, you know, making some mistakes. We all make mistakes, okay? I just want to tell you, it doesn't make you a bad person because you made some mistakes or you're gonna make some mistakes. The only thing you can do is like learn from it and like moving forward to be like a better person next time, right? Yeah, I just saw like the claws here. Interesting. Like, don't hesitate to stand for your ground in 2026. All right, I think we're good for that. But don't worry, it's gonna be like a great year. But it's not a year, as I said, of like big project. I feel like you maybe have some dreams or some goals you want to go through. But for that, you need to install like some solid foundations, right? So I feel like maybe this 2026 is going to be a year for that. But we're gonna see more with the oracle. So as I said in the beginning, there's different themes. So this one is about your love situation in 2026. This one is going to be health, finances, and career. So we're gonna look at all the cards first. So for love, we have religious factors. It says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. For health, you have the end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. For finances, you have luck. Whoa, that's a great card to have in finances. Are you gonna win something big here, like jackpot, fortune, reward? Oh yeah, okay. And you have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So this is like your career wise. So I feel, yeah, I really love the energy here. So yeah, finances are gonna go well, pretty well. There's like a 10 million, my gosh, sorry about that. $10 million that is written on that. 5 stores, $10 million. So yeah, I think there's something to celebrate. You could even like win jackpot for some reason. If you feel drawn to it, like don't hesitate to like buy, what is it called, like a ticket? Or could just really be like, you know, like finances are really stable. Finances are going well. I do feel a lot of you are like in entrepreneurship. Like you have your business. And the bridge is really saying like, you know, there's a year of transition. So I don't know if like, for example, especially if you have your business, like the sales are going less. You have like less sales lately. And I feel this is why you need to acquire some skills. I keep getting this image, like learning some new skills for, so that your business could be even better, or like even your job, right? So pay attention to what people are saying. So maybe they're like, you know, the mentors could be like, oh, you would benefit from like these skills, even if it's outside of work, you could benefit it. The bridge is also like building foundation. It says also for health, right? Health is for me physical and mental health. It says the end of a tough cycle approaches, which is kind of like, makes me feel like it is asking you to be patient and also to be helpful about your health. And the religious factors now, the first thought that is coming to mind is marriage. And I don't know if some of you might be in a relationship with someone from a different culture, and it's going to be like, okay, how do we plan the wedding? Or it could be like you meet someone from a different background. Take the message if that resonates. But it also says not only religious, it says also spiritual path. So it could be also like, I mean, for those who are single too, it could be like a year of like, especially with like the emotions that we talked earlier, like bringing more self-love, right? On your spiritual path is going to help you like being more open. So like the next opportunities in love, which I'm here in 2027. Guys, don't lose hope. 2026 might seem for some of you as boring with like stillness, like we like when it's exciting, right? We like when there's like big projects coming through. But sometimes being happy in stillness is helping us a lot. Even more embrace the big projects. So think about that. So, and 1 year can go really, really fast. So don't lose hope. And take this time off big projects to work on yourself. Because I feel like it's really going to help you being a better like healed person for some of you. All right, I think we're for our message from the universe, guys. I'm just gonna put that here. So let's see what Spirit has for you in 2026. What is the message for Pawan for their 2026? What is the principle? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, it says it's never too late to start over. You have to trust in the magic of new beginnings. They're waiting for you. Notice them, seize them, and appreciate all that you have. Just relax and trust. So it could really apply to like either career, either love life. So really take this message to what resonates in your situation. But once again, right, just relax and trust. Like this, I'll again forget the name of it. It's just like go with the flow, right? There's water here. Just, you follow like the river. The flow of the river is kind of like what I'm getting with that. Which for some of you, as I said, is going to be like kind of stillness, but it doesn't mean that it's stillness that you don't move forward. Keep that in mind. As like inner work of or like learning lessons, even though it seems like, oh, stillness, like not a lot of is going on, it's still part of the process. Like you're still moving forward. I don't know if that makes sense. But there's a lot of trust. Like we see two trust in the same message. So don't lose hope and trust the universe. And on that, I'm gonna end the reading here. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. And if you, of course, feel comfortable, you're always welcome to subscribe to my channel. I want to thank all my current and new subscribers for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. You can always like the video for support. And finally, as I said in the beginning, if you have more questions or you just want a personalized experience, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description box, so don't hesitate. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Pile 2. If you choose this image or this crystal, the lace agate, I hope I pronounce it well. This is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're doing well. So as I said in the beginning, we're gonna look at this card here. There's a keyword underneath it that I'm kind of hiding with the crystal so that it doesn't influence your choice, because you choose by the image or the crystal, okay? By your intuition, why not? Anyway, so we're gonna look at the keywords. It's going to be like the general energy for you in 2026. After that, we're gonna go with the tarot reading, see what is going on, the important events that are gonna come true in the next month. And after that, there's some oracles that I pre-shuffle. One are going to represent a theme. We're going to talk about it later. And finish off with a message from the universe. If you have any additional question after this reading, or just want a personalized experience, I do have an Etsy shop. The link is going to be put in the description box, so don't hesitate. You're always welcome here. And I realized I forgot to say my disclaimers in part 1. And I'm going to tell you my disclaimers for you because, and maybe for the other pals, because now I'm thinking about it, but I was like, oh, maybe it's a sign that it just like, we just go with the flow, right? Because one really important disclaimers for me is that it's really important for me to be transparent to the cards, but just know that I'm always wishing the best for you guys. And this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So really take the message that, you feel resonate with your situation and leave the other one in the universe. And for me, you're always the master of your own decision. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put that aside. And your word is potential. Now, when I see this card, I'm seeing the first thought that was coming to me was like the calm before the storm. This is like a volcano, but this is like it's not like an active volcano. Like, I mean, it could be active, but it's not like in full power. And with the potential here, like, I do wonder if 2026 is going to be a big year for you in terms of like putting your potential up front. Some of you might feel like the 2025 year was really hard. 2025, first of all, was a 9 year, and 2026 is number 1. Okay, so it's really, we're starting anew from like the last 9 years. And 2025 is also the year of like the snake. So we have shed a lot of shit in 2025, and now we're welcoming 2026 with new and fresh energy, which for you could be like this. 2025 maybe was the calm before the storm, and like 2026 are like moving forward. And the year 1 is also new beginnings. So let's see what 2026 has in store for you, but I feel like it's going to be pretty big. Just gonna give the tarot deck a good shuffle. Gonna ask for you to please tune me into the energy of pile 2. And I hope you're doing well, by the way. I don't remember if I asked you that in the beginning. All right. So let's see what there is in store for you for 2026. What is the important events that are coming true for pile 2 in 2026? Oh my gosh, I saw the card in the deck and I knew it was coming true. Okay, the Lovers, the Sun. Okay, 2 of Cups in reverse. Hermit in reverse. Justice. Okay, as always, I'm gonna clarify each of them. Why the Lovers? Okay, why the Sun? Why the 2 of Cups in reverse? Why the Hermit in reverse? Why the Justice? Okay, we have the Star underneath. Oof, this is a year of big change. Okay, let me just put the card so you can see them all. Hold on. It's interesting because I'm just gonna take a sip first. I got like kind of like the same vibe from Pile 1. There was like an energy that is like, fuck this shit. Fuck this, I'm out. Fuck this is not concerning me. This is out of my control. Which I feel like it's kind of like, I don't know if this is like the general energy for 2026. Like, since it's a year 1 where like we have all shed and we're just like super vulnerable. So we're like, fuck that, fuck this. Okay. I love the Star because it's really telling you to not lose hope, because there's going to be some changes here. I'm just gonna go first with the Justice and the King of Cups. Because I kind of saw the Three of Swords that wanted to come true. The Three of Swords is a separation. It could be like a heartbreak. It could be being rejected, a loss, grief, pain, removal. Okay, this is like pretty painful. With the Justice, that card represents like choosing, like acting for like what is best for us. And you have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is a life partner. So especially with the Two of Cups in reverse, which could imply there is a separation. And once again, I'm always wishing the best for you guys. It's not nice for tarot readers to do readings like that. But I feel like it could be for your best interest. And it's going to resonate to some of you. Take that message if that resonates. But like we have the Two of Cups in reverse, which represents also rupture. Walking, and we have it can also represent walking away. And look how this card seems true. This character is like walking away. And you have like really great energy. You have like the Sun, you have the Star, you have the Lovers. Like there is, and also the Justice can be a really great card. There's like some great energy. But I feel like 2026 is about, once again, like maximizing your own potential. And when we do that, okay, just keep that in mind. Sometimes when we are working towards maximizing our own potential, some people don't like that, you guys. Some people are insecure. If they see that you're doing better than them, they can get jealous. So maybe you're gonna realize that. Some of you might, when we maximize our potential, when we're working towards being a better person, sometimes we lose some people in the process. So I feel like this is something to keep in mind. But let's go at the beginning. So you start with the Lovers, but the Lovers, it doesn't have to be like a love or relationship. It could also be a choice that has to be made. Now, I'm getting that some of you might have a romance at work going on, or that could happen in 2026, because it's clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. And I don't know if, I feel like a lot of you are in a relationship right now. And you might have like a romance at work that is going to be like they're gonna treat you much better than your current partner, and you're gonna be like, you know, that nah. But once again, guys, for me, you're always the master of your own decision. But I feel we're gonna bring some clarifiers still. But with the sun and the 12 wands, I feel like 2026 for you is really going to be like, okay, how can I be happier? How can I be a better person? And the 2 of Wands is about like choosing our way. It's about planification, the next steps. And I feel for you, you're gonna be really lucky this year. I'm getting a lot of luck. I'm getting a lot of like, everything makes sense. Maybe in 2025 was, especially since we were shedding, right? And nothing makes sense. But now in 2026, everything makes sense. Everything happened for a reason. And that is because like all is there to like put you into your max potential, right? I love that. Look at the Emperor. The Emperor, like, this is like a authority. This is power here. Some of you might be like on the journey to power. Like, I don't know, getting like a manager position. We're gonna see more with the oracles later. Why the Lovers and the Eight of Pentacles? Some of you might have to make a choice about their career. Page of Pentacles. Oh, guys, oh my God, I'm getting like the scenario of like a mentor. Some of you might fall in love with your mentor at work. Oh, God, I feel like this is going to be really unexpected, though. It could also be like, I think I got that for Pawan too. That's interesting. You know, as I was saying to Pawan, there is something like we can't do everything alone. Sometimes we need to ask for help because some people like have some strength that you don't have, and you know, you can like learn from them. And look at how like this character is like giving like a skill, right? Like as a mentor to like this character here. And I feel like with this mentorship, or like there's something about your work, you might have to make a decision between two routes. Some of you might think about changing domains. I really feel like 2026 is about like, okay, like does this maximize my potential? Nah, you're out. Okay, and it includes like your love situation and your career. So I feel like you're gonna really be asking yourself a lot, like, can I do better? Can I reach better? Why the Hermit in reverse and the Eight of Swords? Oh, we also got this one. Okay, Four of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. Okay, some of you need to, maybe this is something you're gonna learn in 2026, to be comfortable alone in some situation. As I said, like, yes, sometimes in some contexts it's important to ask for help, but I feel it's an energy that some of you have a little bit of difficulties to like, oh, maybe it's that too, with the potential. Like, there is something you think you can't do by yourself, and in reality you can. The Eight of Swords is kind of like our mental prison. So it's kind of saying like, you know, the things you think you can do, well, you can. If you have like a desire, I don't know, I feel like you want to do something where you're like, oh, but nobody wants to like do it with me. You're like, follow me. But you know what? Maybe this is because it's meant for you to do it alone. And the Hermit in reverse has a little bit of difficulty to be alone. And the Four of Swords is really encouraging you to like take this time for yourself. So yeah, some of you might also have to practice some self-love too. By the way, the King of Cups can also be a mentor. Someone that listens, someone that can support you. I don't know if some of you might have a little bit of challenge in finances. We're going to see earlier if that is the case. The Six of Pentacles is kind of like someone that is giving this abundance. So you could be needing to ask for help. For example, it could be like a paternal figure. We have the King of Wands here also. So if your finances can be better with starting a business, it could be a sign too. Yeah, I feel like your family, some of you, your family might be needing to help you in 2026. But once again, take that message if that resonates. All right, I think we're ready to go with the oracle cards. I'm just gonna put that aside. All right. So those are oracles that I pre-shuffle. So there is one card for each team, I would say. This would represent your love situation in 2026. This is your health situation, finances, and career. So we're going to put them all on the table and talk about it after. So for your love situation, you have, this could be the one. It says you have already met the romantic partner you seek. For health, we have work through your fears, New Moon and Scorpio. Finances, we have merit making, goodness, humanness, and morality. And for career, we have the Ram, a stubborn and aggressive person. Oh gosh. Those people sometimes, they like judgment a little bit. Let's just say that. And once again, I feel like I just heard like, you know, this is out of your control. Okay. But you know, like the Ram, like a stubborn, aggressive person, it could be, some of you could be talking about a manager and at one point you're like, you know, I'm just not putting up with that shit anymore. Maximizing my own potential. I'm changing careers. So you see, right? If this is someone like you feel you cannot talk about it through, like especially if this is a boss, for example, it could be turning against you. It could be like pretty complicated. Maybe it's best to change work if you feel like it. You're the master of your own decision. And if you feel like you, for example, this is a colleague that you can talk about it, it could help. But like this, there is someone in your career that seems pretty, aggressive. That could be like a little bit of a bad energy that is making you question something. The merit making is kind of like, as I said earlier, like maybe the help you're gonna get, but this is like a yellow card and it seems like pretty positive for me. So I don't think like this is going to be like a major challenge. It could be like for some of you, like literally your family like gifting you something for your birthday, like that you always wanted, right? It could be like, you know, it says like because goodness, like humanness, some of you might want to make would make a donation to like something that is a good cause for you. The health is, for me, not only physical health, but also mental health. I love the work through your fears here. And with the potential especially, right? I feel like you have been hiding your potential a lot. And maybe this is because of fears, right? We had like the Eight of Swords earlier, which is our mental prison, right? Let me just show you the... Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna put out the cards again that we had. I know it's here. Okay, you have it here. Okay. So look carefully at this image. It seems like the person, like they seem like stuck, right? They're like, their eyes are like blind, you know, like there's, this person feels in a prison, but like in reality, it's just, and especially someone helped them. But in reality, like what is interesting, especially I feel like in the classic tarot deck, because this is like the after tarot deck, the character could just like move forward. They're not really like stuck. Their mental is making them stuck. So really listen, because I feel for some of you, like some people, you might feel like some people think you're a better person than you do. So 2026 could really be about working on your self-esteem. And now, for the last situation, this could be the one, you guys. I'm really sensing you're gonna meet someone new in 2026. You could be in a relationship or single. I feel like you're gonna meet someone, and it says this could be the one. So really pay attention to like what your intuition says about that person. Especially if you're in a relationship, you might be like, okay, I have to make a choice here. But since it says like you have already met the romantic partner you seek, I feel that some of you might have manifested that connection. So I don't know if you're in a relationship and it's not really satisfying, and you're like, oh, I wish it was like this and like that, and then it's kind of like a call to the universe that like someone new is going through your life. But you know, once again, your decision to make. But I feel like this person is coming true. Like, I don't know if this is the ram once again. Could be positive, right? I was talking earlier, like we had the Lovers, Eight of Pentacles. Some of you might meet romance at work. And it could be someone, I feel like this is someone that is gonna, especially with this image here, I feel like this is someone that's gonna be like, I want you. And they're gonna show you in every way. So, really interesting. I feel like really in 2026, you're gonna shine in your own way. Like your potential is really gonna show, and people are gonna be like, oh, this person is like the it person of the year. Like it's giving main character energy. All right. All right, I think we're good for that. So let's go with the message from the universe for you guys. So you can use that as like perhaps the mantra, like the message for 2026. Let's see, what is your message for 2026? How to message for 2026. Okay. Okay, we're gonna read it together. It says, when the world feels like it is coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms. It's very interesting because I was talking about the calm before the storm. Not all storms come to destroy your life, some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. And the Eight of Swords, by the way, the image that we saw earlier, can also represent crisis, okay? So, yeah, maybe a volcano is going to be erupting for you this year. And it's interesting because, like, it's kind of like, maybe a lot is going to happen, right? Like, if there is, for example, like a separation, something big is going to happen. And this is really your mindset that is going to play in that. Are you going to see this as a crisis or as an opportunity to welcome something bigger? Think about that. And it says, right, not all storms come to destroy your life. Sometimes, especially as I said earlier, when we work on being a better person, we lose some things in the process. And we're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna miss that. And we're like, only looking at the past. But how about we can look at the present moment and in the future to be like, okay, that was necessary. I needed to like cut that loose, right? Because something is holding you off to something. There is an image good about that. Like there's a chain, let's say on the like wrapping your wrist, and like going to your hand. Like holding off is like sometimes more hurtful than, because like the chain is going through your skin, than like letting go. So 2026 is really going to require you to like always focus on your potential and turn every opportunity in a more, seeing like every opportunity in a more optimist way, in a more positive way. Because those are here, those changes are here for a reason. Those are here for, I feel like, making room to like something bigger for you. Or something you have manifest. Sometimes, right, we really, when we're like, oh, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, we kind of like manifest something. You could be like really great manifester. Manifesty people. I don't know if that's a word, but you know, manifester, you're a great manifester. So that sometimes it happened in the reality and we're like, oh shit, I wasn't prepared for that. Well, this is what a volcano is. We're never prepared for that, but like, what can we do? We can, maybe this is a sign we have to relocate to like a better and brighter place, right? When there's crisis, there's always something better, right? The ending is never an ending. It's a new beginning. And on that, I'm gonna end the reading. Well, guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. If you feel comfortable, you can always put a subscribe to my channel, and I want to take the time to thank my new and current subscribers, and thank you for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. As I said in the beginning, if you have additional questions or just want a precise experience, my Etsy shop is in the description box. If you feel comfortable, you're always welcome to share your experience in a comment, and you can always like this for support. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Paltry. If you choose the Lepidolite crystal or this image, this is going to be a reading, so welcome. I hope you're doing well. All right, so we're looking today at your 2026. So what I want to do is first, there's a keyword underneath that image that I hide, you know, so that you can choose by the crystal or the image instead of like being influenced by the word. So this is going to be like really the general, let's say, keywords for you in 2026. After that, we're going to do a tarot reading to see the important events, what is going to happen in the next month. After that, there's some oracles that I pre-shuffle, one for a team. We're going to talk about it later. And we're going to finish off with a message from the universe. Of course, if you have any additional question after this reading or just want a precise experience, I do have an Etsy shop. The link is going to be put in the description box. And yeah, let's go with my disclaimers right away. So it's really important for me to be transparent to the cards. Just know that I'm always wishing the best for you guys. And it's also a general reading on YouTube and determined purpose. So really take the message that you feel really resonate with you. Leave the other one in the universe. And for me, you're always the master of your own decision. And with that being said, let's go with the keywords. So you have pleasure. I was really excited, I think, to do your reading. It's looking so great for me. Like the arc... Here it's kind of like a new beginning. I feel like, okay, I'm getting different messaging. Some of you, you might have done like a lot of work in 2025 and 2026 is a new beginning. Just so you know, 2025 was a year 9 and 2026 is a year 1. Okay, so we kind of have, and also like 2025 is the year of the snake. So we kind of have shed all the energy of the last 9 years to start anew in 2026. So I feel like a lot of people have felt that. I feel like people are really vulnerable because it's kind of like we have shedded so much shit and then, oh, year 1 and we're starting all again. And some of us might have an identity crisis. So yeah, it could be that, or it could be like really in 2026, there's like the few steps before this new beginning. And with the deer here, I'm sensing like, my God, I think for the 3 piles, I got like mentor energy, like someone that can help you through the process, which I find that is really beautiful because especially if we are like tense, there's a lot of like pressure and we just like help each other out. Because I will say, I do feel for you, you might help some people too. I don't know, I'm getting like a dynamic of collaboration. So yeah, I'm getting like really new beginning vibe for you. And with pleasure, I feel like this is pretty positive, right? But we're going to see how this is manifest. I'm really curious in that. Let's go with the tarot reading. All right. I'm going to ask Spirit to please tune me into the energy of Paltry. So let's go right ahead. So Spirit, what is going to happen for Paltry in 2026? Important events. 2026. Okay, we have the 8 of Cups. 2 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles in reverse. 5 of Cups in reverse. And Justice. Okay, as always, I'm going to clarify each of them. Why the 8 of Cups? Why the Two of Pentacles? Okay. Why the Page of Pentacles in reverse? Why the Five of Cups? Okay. That's interesting. You got like literally those two cards, the same placement than pile 2. Maybe there's some messages you would want to take a look at if you feel like it for pile 2. High Priestess. Magician. Okay. Okay, you guys, that is... Okay. That is a spiritual journey right here. And one challenge for 2026 is going to be able to find pleasure in every action you do. Okay, let me just go ahead. Eight of Cups represents, the main message that I got with that is searching for truth. Searching for our own truth. I feel like you guys, I don't think I said identity crisis for nothing. That's scary because I didn't say that for the other two piles. Some of you might go through it. Eight of Cups is, as I say, searching for truth. And it's really about an introspections towards the past with the Six of Cups. So I'm getting like some of you are gonna really have like this introspection of like, okay, like I'm not happy. You're not happy in one of your dumb aspect. There is one aspect in your life you're not really happy about it, and it's kind of like, okay, like what can I do to like having more pleasure, having more fun. The Two of Pentacles, right, is really about confusion or kind of like hesitating, maybe between two paths. Some of you might feel like you have not made the good decision in the past. And the Ten of Cups in reverse can represent like end of a good moment. I feel like we're gonna bring some clarifiers to that, but some of you might experiment like an end to something. And it's going to be like, okay, this is going to be... I don't see a 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords though, so I think we're good. Yeah, we see 10 of... I think like this is not like a major crawl, right? Like we're just down. But something ended is kind of like putting you in perspective. Of like, is it still a good thing for me? Or like, how can I do better? That's interesting. In 2026, be also careful of who you trust, who you put your trust in. Page of Pentacles in reverse can be about like bad investment, difficulties to learn. And we have the Three of Cups that is clarifying in it. It could also, Three of Cups can represent friendship. It could also mean, I feel like 2026 is not going to be a good year for spontaneous plans. Yeah, we're gonna bring some clarifiers to that. What else? I feel like someone or something. Could be like a love, could be friendship. There is something that is really important for you that is walking away. But it's beyond your control, so you have like no choice. I don't know why I feel like it could be like, for example, a loved one that goes to another country and you can like, especially if this is like a relationship, you can't make it work anymore. You still have a lot of love for each other. There's a lot of respect, but it's kind of like, okay, like we're accepting how things are and moving on. Forgiving like the situation. The Six of Pentacles in reverse makes me feel like there's some maybe financial challenges for you in 2026. We're going to see more about that earlier. One I love though is the High Priestess and the Magician. So it's kind of like there's something leaving your life in 2026. My God, I just had the image of a vacuum. Imagine. There's some things vacuuming of your life in 2026. And all of that is for acquire like a better wisdom. The High Priestess is kind of like, okay, like it's going to be really important for you, first of all, to protect your energy. You can't trust everybody in your entourage. There's someone that might be a little bad intended, that had bad intentions, okay? So be careful of who you trust. I'm getting like someone is jealous of you, actually. Damn. And we have the Magician. So it's kind of like, some of you, your intuition might be your best tool, okay? Magician is like skill, self-confidence, motivation, right? So I think your wisdom is your best tool in 2026. I kind of want to clarify right away. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I'm getting, for some of you, I think I'm going to put one card after that because this is a pretty specific message. Some of you might... You might have loaned some money. You might have... How am I going to say that? You're going to make a loan to somebody and you're going to realize that you're not going to get this money back. It could also be like there's an investment in finances that didn't work. One more. That will not work. Okay, really I would say be careful of like spontaneous spending. We're gonna see more though about the finances. By the way, the energies are like, nothing is set in stones, okay, in tarot. Like, we're looking at the current energy. So I would say, like, be really careful with your finances, with, like, the people you trust, that you loan some money. Some of you might have a lot of money and people are like, oh my God, like, you know, I really need help. And you're like, okay, you never see this money again. You're kind of like, seriously? Because the Ten of Swords represents betrayal. Okay, I'm just gonna say like that. And sometimes the Fool, right, is kind of like we're kind of like acting before thinking, right? What else can I clarify? Yeah. Why the Two of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups in reverse? Oh, I just got the Two of Cups. One more. It could be like a business partner. It could be like a lover. Page of Swords is also inviting you to be really vigilant. It can also represent gossip and spying. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like there's someone that wants you to do bad. Why the Page of Pentacles in reverse and the Two of Cups? The Eight of Wands is about love. One more. Okay. Ace of Cups. Okay. Interesting. So with all that being said, I feel like 2026 is going to be a year where you have to be... Oh my gosh, how am I gonna... Like, there is something you have to be cautious. And I feel like it's because since your word is pleasure... It's gonna be, how can I say that? It's going to be like a really great year. You could be like going through like big projects. But it doesn't mean, pleasure doesn't mean perfection, right? It doesn't mean like everything is going so well. It could be like there's some big project that could fail. And there's also like someone that could like, why not be jealous of like you having so much pleasure in your life? So I would say, find the balance between, you know, you deserve, you had like maybe for some of you, the last 9 years have been total shit. And now it's the time to go travel. Fool, by the way, is a card of traveling. And it's kind of like, you can make those big projects. You can like spend on something you always wanted to. Just be careful of like who you spend your money with, or to who you give or loan money. Money. And I find it interesting that the High Priestess and the Magician are here, because it's kind of like telling you, you're gonna feel in your gut feeling if this is not a good opportunity to spend some money. Really trust your intuition on that. Some of you might have like some psychic ability. Again, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna be like, okay, you know, this is a good thing for me, this is not a good thing for me. And like maybe for some of you, you're gonna make like a lot of money, right? You could be like making money, like having a successful business, a successful work, maybe a promotion. And it's kind of like, okay, where do you put the extra money? Like really think about where to put the extra money. Okay, now let's go for your Oracle cards. We had the Hangman, by the way. The Hangman is also a card of wisdom. And it was like with kind of like the financial challenge. So which is kind of like a confirmation that you shall trust your wisdom, your intuition, for who you gave money to and how you spend money, okay? All right, so sorry about that. We have our Oracle here. Oh my god, my throat chakra is going, it's a little bit closed off. I don't know if you have like someone in your life, like you could be like, for example, a partner that is pretty hard to like express yourself and putting like some boundaries, and it could be like it could be leading to like the financial challenge. Once again, trust your intuition first. Like you are able to put like some healthy boundaries. That if they're not able to respect that, well, I invite you to like ask yourself some question, right? But once again, you're the master of your own decision, but I feel like it's really interesting. Like don't hesitate to like put yourself up front. Like what you're saying and what you think is like, it's right. Like, of course, I'm not insinuating that there's like perfection. Nobody's perfect, of course, but like, if your intuition is telling you like, this is it, it could be a sign, okay? So really learn to trust your intuition in 2026. Okay, so each oracle card that I pre-shuffle represent a theme. So this is going to be your love situation. This is going to be health, finances, and career. So for your love situation, we have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. For health, we have a time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. For finances, we have a compromise. Agreement, reconciliation, and consideration. And for career, we have wrath, sorrow over loss. Okay. So I find it really interesting that we saw reconciliation in love in compromise, which has reconciliation. I do wonder if the one that is gonna play with your finances is someone from your past, okay? With that, I feel like you could literally, for some of you, it could be like a parent you haven't talked for years. That is, it's sad, but it's happening, really. Some parents are like coming back to you. They could see like how much success you have. Maybe you're like famous and they're like, hey, and now they're acting super nice. Yeah, it's because you have money. I don't know, there's a lot of celebrities that are going through that. I feel it's kind of like, now that they're successful, their parent that like deny them, reject them, they're like super nice because they want that money. Anyway. And look at the compromise. I don't know why I feel like some people are after your finances, or it could just be like you have to make some sacrifice. The wrath here that is saying sorrow over loss. Some of you might have a challenge in terms of your career, which is going to make you having to sacrifice some things. I'm really getting that some of you might have two jobs or like one job and one business, and you might lose your job. You could be like it's not like fired. I feel it's left out. Like they just like close your role. It could happen, right? Yeah, I feel like this is not your fault. And it's going to be like, okay, like you have lost one income and now there's like some compromise that needs to be made. It's interesting because earlier I said that some of you might be some mentors or like help other people. The health is not only physical for me, it can also be mental. And it's taking a time to give rather than take. So I feel like you have, I don't know if like some of you might be like a mentor. Like this is like your business, literally. So it could be like a good time to focus on your business, like to give. Like giving is going to be good for your mental health, I would say. It could also be some of you that it's a good time in 2026 to focus on your physical health. Like going to the gym, like no matter what way you like to move your body, it could be like a great, a time to give, like to give effort and time to maintain a healthy body. But yeah, really be careful with someone might want to come back to you with super nice intentions, but it's not. Once again, trust your intuition. All right. Let's go with the message from the universe now. Spirit, what messages do you have for pile 3 for their 2026? What is their message for 2026? Thank you. Okay. So your messages, it says, if you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you're asking for now. I don't know why this message really resonated career, but really take it into your own situation. Especially since we had like the sorrow of our loss at your career, and we have pleasure here. Some of you might find in 2026 an opportunity to make money, a stable income with one of your hobbies, which is really great, right? I mean, who would want that? But it's really like, it's something pretty positive. Really think that in every challenge you go, every opportunity you go, no matter what, if it's good or bad, think about like having pleasure in it. Like it's part of the process, like enjoying, having fun. Like you take like the first sip of coffee in the morning, right? And I feel like in seeing the world in a more optimistic way, you're gonna attract more positive too. And it's kind of like you know you didn't get something you really wanted, you feel stuck. I feel like some of you might not feel like they're on the right path. And I kind of felt that with the Eight of Cups, because as I was saying, the Eight of Cups is searching for truth. So yeah, there may be some decision that needs to be made. It might affect your finances, so be really careful with that. As we said, like compromise, no rush, not spontaneous spending. Traveling though could be important to search for truth. If this is and you can afford it, that's good. Just be careful with like the spontaneous spending, like spending for nothing. Like if you are able to not buy some clothes, you have enough clothes for 2026, and put your money elsewhere, like in food. This is good. Or like you're maintaining your healthy body. Okay, I'm gonna end the reading here. Guys, I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. If you're feeling comfortable, you're always welcome to subscribe to my channel. I want to thank my new and current subscribers and thank them for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. You can always like the video for support. And as I said in the beginning, if you have additional questions or just want a precise experience, my Etsy shop is in the description box. So I'm wishing you all the best, and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 4. If you choose this image or this fluorite, I almost forget it, fluorite crystal, this is going to be your reading. So welcome. I hope you're doing well. So today's reading, we're looking at your 2026, what is going to happen in the next few months. So what I want to do is, first of all, we're going to look at this card. There is a keyword that is hiding, because I wanted you to not be influenced by the keywords. It's either like the image or the crystal you choose from. So it's going to be like, I would say, your keywords for 2026. And after that, we're going to look with the tarot reading, the important events. And after that, we're going to have some oracle that is one card per team. We're going to talk about it later. And finish off with a message from the universe. Of course, if you have any additional question after this reading, or you just want a precise experience, I do have an Etsy shop. The link is going to be put in the description box. And yeah, let me go with my disclaimers. So first of all, just know that it's always, I'm always wishing the best for my community, but it's really important for me to be transparent to the cards. And this is a general reading on YouTube for entertainment purpose. So really take the message that resonates with your situation, leave the other one in the universe. And for me, you're always the master of your own decision. So yeah, let's go ahead. We're just going to put that aside. So your keyword is transformation. I think it is so pretty, and especially that you have a butterfly, you guys. I feel like, okay, let's just keep in mind, 2026 is the year 1. Okay, 2026 was a year, 2025 was a year 9. 2025 was also the year of the snake. So we have shed the last 9 years. And I feel like, especially like, it's just been 3 days, and I feel like everybody's so vulnerable. Like, we're just like, day 1, we have shred like oral skin, and now we're just like so vulnerable. And I feel for you guys, like, maybe the last 9 years for some of you, or just like the last few years, or 2025 was really a year of like the cocoon, okay, the cocoon of a butterfly. And now in 2026, you're just like reborn. You have rebirth. You're like a butterfly, literally rebirth as a butterfly, which is kind of like all the hard work, you know, the inner work you did, now is paying off in 2026. So I think like this is really good, a good card. We're gonna see though what is going on with the reading, the important events that are coming true. Gonna ask Spirit to please send me into the energy of Pile 4. Now we're gonna see how the cards are, but it could just be, you know, like the 2026 year is a year for transformation. So the butterfly could be at the end of 2026 or 2027. But we're gonna see the important events that are coming true for you, Pile 4, in 2026. What is 2026 going to be for Pile 4? Okay, yeah. We will just start with death, like a normal thing. Don't be scared, by the way. Death is not like literal death, okay? We're gonna talk about it soon. We have the Hangman in reverse. 7 of Wands with the 10 of Cups. 6 of Wands. And the Ace of Wands. Now, also wisdom, I'm going to clarify each of them. Why did that card? Why that? Okay, I'm going to take the 2. So we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords underneath. Why the Hangman in reverse? 8 of Cups. Why the 6 of Wands? And why the Ace of Wands? Okay. One of the deck, Page of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Page of Pentacles at the general energy here, I feel like you're really starting anew, especially with the Death card. Okay, don't be scared. As I said, the Death card is kind of like an ending that brings a new beginning. It's also transformation, it's change, and it's also healing. It's really interesting how you got, for clarifiers, the Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. Those two cards represent, I mean, let's start with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, you know, it's a painful rupture. It's pain, it's grief, it's loss, it's hard, it's painful, it's hard. Like, you just went through something really hard, like major challenge. And the Five of Pentacles is, it could be abandonment, it could be, it's a loss. Like, both of those cards are a loss. So some of you might just go through a separation. I'm really sorry about that, by the way, if that happened. It could also be like from your part, you just decided like you don't mess with that anymore. I'm telling you, like, for the 4 piles, I got the energy of like, fuck this, and I'm starting something new. And but I feel like it's really painful. I can see like there's like a character that is crying here. And with the Eight of Cups, sorry, it's kind of like, you know, walking away, but it's also like moving forward, right? As I said, no ending is a ending. It's a new beginning. Like, it's beginning something new. It's like you have really like it's kind of like you're starting. There's an expression in French that is kind of like table rase, which is kind of like you're starting anew, like nothing on the table. You're just like, it's a great opportunity. I feel 2026 for you to like relearn something. Okay, Page of Pentacles is about like learning, but it's like the lowest, I don't, let's say lowest like step. You have like the Page, the Knight, the Queen, and the King. So it's kind of like relearning something. I wouldn't be surprised. One great example for that is you just went through a separation, but you were like married to the person. You were like living with them, and it's kind of like, okay, you have to find like a new apartment. You have to like rebuild your life after a painful event. Some of you might just have like, are going through like a grief. Like from their family, like something like there were a sudden loss, I feel. With the Hangman in reverse is really about like, you know, not being able to let go. We have a lot of like hungriness, especially if this is a separation, like there's a lot of like, why did that happen? Why did they let me go? Why? And Spirit is really encouraging you with the Eight of Cups to just like, you know what, like accepting and moving on. What can you do for yourself? What can you control? And trying to work on that for a better transformation of yourself, right? (2026) is also, I love this Seven of Wands with the Ten of Cups here, because 2026 for you is going to be a pursuit of happiness. And I feel once you go through, let yourself have the time to grieve. It could take some months for some of you. It's rebuilding ourselves after like being shot in the bottom, right? Where like we have fallen, we have to get up progressively, okay? So first half of 2026, okay, like more or so, it's going to be like, okay, we're rebuilding ourselves, we're letting ourselves grieve, right? And sometimes the grief is all those resentment, all those emotions of like why, or denial, or there's a lot of big emotions that need to go through. And then after that, there is like, okay, this is in the past. What can I do for the future? And I feel like this is somehow, this experience will make you really invincible. Seven of Wands and Ten of Cups, it's about your pursuit of happiness. You're gonna do everything. Like if it takes like, this person is not good for me, they're out. In this situation, this career is not good for me, it's out. You're gonna be really working hard towards your perfect place, like the right place for you. Ten of Cups is kind of like, nothing is perfect, but it's really close to perfection. It's kind of like, you know, being harmony, contentment. Like, look at how like this family seems like so happy and so well, and you know, the Ten of Cups is like all those steps, and then the Ten of Cups is kind of like the final step, right? So it's going to be hard, but it's going to be really like nurturing. And especially because you have the Ace of Wands, the new beginning, it also represents like a creativity, a new project. It could be like in terms of career. Some of you might want to start a new business. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of like shadow work that is going to happen in 2026. It's not going to be easy. Oh, I love that. The Empress just popping out with the Queen of Swords. Oh, it's not going to be easy. Okay. But it's going to be really like satisfying at the end. Some of you are really gonna feel like the transformation, like the butterfly at the end. Because we're finishing off with like this new project, this new vitality, this new, okay, like I want this and I'm going for it, and nothing is gonna stop me. Look at the Seven of Wands, like they're just fighting alone, and everybody's like, no, don't do this. And really be careful in 2026, because there is some people maybe in your entourage that is gonna be like, oh no, this is not a good idea. This is a lot of money. This is not like, you can't make money with like your hobby, you know what they say. But some people can, and good for them, right? So it could be like something you fight alone. But it's kind of like, it's a good thing though, because there is no restriction when you're doing that for yourself alone. And this is how you're gonna really reach the perfection of the Ten of Cups. Why the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands? I love that. The Six of Wands is a card of ego. It's a card of like victory, triumph, self-confidence. But it's clarified by the Ten of Wands, which is kind of like there's a lot of like responsibility, a lot of stress, a lot of course, like a pursuit for the happiness is not perfect. It's not like light. There is a lot of work to be doing. In 2026, you might be confronted to your inner self. Temperance is about like, you know, the balance between like the rational and the emotional side. It's also like moderation, like being patient. Let me just clarify though, only the Ten of Wands. Why the Ten of Wands? King of Cups. Okay. This is going to be a lot of like, let's say like mid-2026, you're gonna be like, let's say fighting this battle alone. But at one point, you're gonna have a difficult moment that is going to be important to ask for help. It could be like a partner, it could be like someone you meet that is really here, like that you can trust. This is an anchor for you. Someone who listens, someone who supports. It could be a paternal figure. One more. Oh yeah, this is kind of like the paternal figure. Someone that has like a lot of experience can go help you with that, because at one point you're gonna do a lot of work alone, but to reach like the Ten of Cups, you need like some help. You need like some people that can make you go even further, right? The Page of Pentacles, by the way, can also be a new professional opportunity. Can you reclarify the Page of Pentacles? So luck is on your side. It's good. It's really about breaking cycle, I feel, in 2026 also. Like we're learning, right? We're breaking some patterns. we're breaking some cycles that we're going on and on and on again. Now we're changing like our perspective. We're changing the way we see the world, the way we see things. Yeah, because it doesn't serve us anymore. And it's kind of like what the death card is. Like, we realize that the way we were living is not working anymore. And it's like so stressful because like it's the way you're used to, and it's kind of like your identity, and now it's not working on, and you're kind of like, shit, who am I? Like, and it's kind of like putting us like reaching the bottom. But this is why I say like it's really important to let you like rest, heal, grieve your emotions, let it out. And then after that, it's kind of like, okay, now I'm ready to like rebuild myself after a painful event, and to move forward into like new project, a new creative project. I feel like it's really gonna be the end of 2026. As I say, you're gonna be like a butterfly flying on your own, but it's going to be like a roll. I really see like a straight line of like, first of all, you're grieving, and then after that you're going to forward, you're moving forward with your project, and then stop here, there's like someone that is helping you, and then after that it's like, okay, we're moving forward, right? Again, I'm really curious to see what your oracles are, so I'm just gonna put that aside. Give you permission to fly. Also, I'm hearing. That's interesting. You have a butterfly too. So give yourself permission to like have some freedom. I don't know if it was like a challenge in the past few years. You didn't have like that much freedom as you wanted to, and now you have it. So there's one positive thing that you could have. Okay. So I have reshuffled some oracles. Those are all represent like your 2026 in terms of like your love situation. This is going to be a health situation, finances, and career. So let's see, for your love situation, you have let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. For health, we have you're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. Finances, we have vow, wish, hope, and worship. And for career, we have scale. Keep your life in balance. So the love situation, I feel like this is pretty much like the death card, the thing that we saw. I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be relationship related. The let go of control issues was really for me the like, the question, the why, and we want to get back, and we want this person to come back. But I would say I do feel for a lot of you, this person has been restraining you from something bigger. And when it says like allow this situation to unfold naturally, it's kind of like trust. Spirit invites you to trust them. Like you should trust Spirit in your love life, and just let yourself go with the flow. The health card is not only physical for me, it's also mental. The fact that you're really close to achieving your goal. So it could be like in physical health. I really feel like physical and mental, there's going to be a lot of work put into your health situation, and to not lose hope. Like, you're really close. Like, I see all the trees like almost touching the moon here. You're really close. Like, don't give up. So it could be like, for example, if you have a goal in like your physical health, you're really close to achieving it. So it could be like a confirmation. Especially if you have like, since we saw the Ace of Wands, so for some of you, it could be like some reassurance that you're really close to achieving this Ace of Wands, like this new project you always dreamed of. Some of you are really like pursuing your dreams in 2026. With the finances, with the vow, I feel like there's something like pretty miraculous happening. Try to do the cinnamon. If some of you are into rituals, like the cinnamon at the first of the month to attract abundance. Some of you are gonna have like some abundance, I feel, in 2026. Like, especially since there's children here, it seems like it's kind of like the imagination, like, oh my God, it's too good to be true, right? You know, like the naive part of the children. So yeah, I feel like the finances could be pretty good. The scales, it says like keep your life in balance. I feel like for a lot of you it's going to be pretty stable. If the new project you plan to do is like a new business and you want to let your job, your job, right? The scale really makes me think of like the temperance here. So invite you to patience and moderation and one step at a time, okay? So not like leaving your job and then go straight to the business. It's kind of like let the business build itself. And if it's stable income, you can now leave your job, right? So it's kind of like something like that. I feel like it's not a year to like lose your job. It's a year of like building in terms of career. And especially after like the painful event you just went through, 2026 is going to be like healing ourselves before making those big projects that could be like at the end of 2026. So this is why I suggest you to keep your life in balance. All right, I think that's good for that. So let's go with the message from the universe. All right, so let's see what messages, what mantra Spirit has for you in 2026. So messages that you have for Power Force for the 2026. What is the message for 2026? Okay. Oh, you have the same card as another pile. I think it's pile 3. Okay, so it says, if you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you're asking for now. So that's really interesting. You know, when like the love situation, right? It says like let go of control issue. So, you know, like if you feel like things are not going according to your plans, like just trust in spirit. So it could be like related to that. Also, the divine magic makes me think of like the what is it? The wish card? Yeah, the vow card that we had for the finances. But of course, you really take the message of what applies to your situation, but this could be like your message for 2026. Like, just know that something bigger and better is coming. And like, especially like the card like that says like, you're really close to it, to achieving your goal. So don't give up and continue to have hope. And if some of you are going through a hard time right now, I'm really sorry. And I hope you're going to get better soon and really let you give yourself time and permission to grieve, no matter how it's good for you. Like, especially if you're like really focused on like achieving a goal in the physical health. And like, you're like, oh no, like ice cream would help me grieve, but I'm close to achieving my physical goal. It's really a stereotypical, but it could be like the case for some of you. It's one night of ice cream. Like, Spirit is gonna be like, you know, we're not gonna even let you take a single pound for the ice cream you ate because it was a joy for you, right? It's not only physical health, it's also mental health. And sometimes we need balance. We need some funny time. And on that, I'm gonna end the reading here. So I hope you enjoy. I hope it helps you bring clarity. As I said in the beginning, if you have any additional question or you just want a precise experience, my Etsy shop is in the description box. If you feel comfortable putting a subscribe to my channel, I thank you so much for encouraging me and my growth as a tarot reader. And I want to take the time to thank my new and current subscribers as well. If you feel comfortable sharing your experience in the comment, you're always welcome to do so. And you can always like the video for support. So I'm wishing you all the best and I really hope to see you soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.